All right. This is Grandfather. Now, it is time to tell you about certain things. In your world now, there are many changes. Many people feel like it's the end times. Some people feel like it's business as usual, as you might say. Other people feel that life is great, and everything in between and beyond. But many of you who are noticing trends and circumstances are alarmed by what seems to be people going over the edge and doing terrible things. And this is a reality. And yet, this is an extremely small percentage of people. A lot of you know that many times you feel like you've been pushed to the edge. But you are able to maintain your composure somehow. This is not a time of reckoning in the sense of some kind of vengeance. It just seems like that at times. Rather, this is, as I've said before, the time of testing. And the testing has to do with what do you do about it? And how do you do it? You've had a great deal of training here on these videos and the written blogs and the books and so on. But now there's a few simple things you can do when life gets to be too much. First, say, I'm asking that all the most benevolent energies that are available for me be all around me and all about me now. And pause. Many of you will feel an energy come up that feels good. If you don't, wait about 10-15 seconds. Try not to glance at your watch, and you might wonder why I say that. Generally speaking, if you glance at the clock, it always makes you think of other things you have to do, and it will distract you. That's why I say that. So then, after you've waited or after the energy started to fade a bit, then say, I am asking that all circumstances of my life be calmed now in the most benevolent way for me, and that this prevails in my general field of existence, resulting in the most benevolent outcome. That's what you say. Try to memorize that. You can say it more than once, but don't say it unless you feel like you've been pushed to the edge and you can hardly take it anymore, or you're at your wit's end. You understand those lines. Now, general field of existence, like that means it will basically radiate out 50 feet in all directions all around you. Up and down, too, I might add, for those of you who might be in tall buildings, for instance. So, there's a little more. Some of you can say it this way. After you say the preamble I've mentioned before, then say, I am asking that all peoples who are in, around, or near my place of existence at this time now be calmed, relaxed, and that calming and relaxation supports my own. That's another way you can say it, see? And it would be working just about as well. Not quite as well as the other way, but just about as well. I want to give you that. And I also need to give you some predictions, just for this video. Normally we do predictions before the end of the year, sometimes around the beginning of the year, and then we stop and do other things. But I'm going to make an exception here. There will be more phenomena this year than you have ever seen before. Not just objects that look like UFOs, or what are they? Not just lights in the sky that are vague, all right, but you can't really see them. Not just moving objects, not just clouds that do things that clouds don't normally do, as people have noticed in China and a few other places. But there will be things in the sky that are very clearly objects from another place. Many of you will even see people inside them. They will be friendly and will sometimes wave at you. You can wave back. They're not going to steal you away to some strange location. This has always been planned, and it will happen in the most benevolent way. One of the ways it will happen is that there will be an object, an asteroid, that looks like it's going to hit the Earth. It'll really look like that. And as it gets closer, one of these vehicles will be seen clearly near the object. Astronomers, you will see it first, including amateur astronomers, doing something that's not clear what. You won't see any ray guns being fired, but you will see something that looks as if, well, it'll remind you very much as ripples on the water. You'll see that. It'll be visible. It may or may not be recordable, but it will be visible to your eye as you look through the telescope. And then the object will either disappear, the asteroid, you understand, will either disappear or change its course in a safer and much more benevolent direction. This will not just be a minor change, it will be significant. Many of you will see this year, and it has occurred several times in the past, but hasn't been reported much, so that amateurs and professionals alike don't get picked on by those who don't understand that reality does not only follow conventional lines. So what I'm really saying is that your reality is shifting, but it's actually shifting into something that your soul and spirit understand completely. So there will be times when you will see things that are phenomena, including light beings. They may not look like human beings, they might just be blobs of light or circles of light or dots of light. Many of you have seen that already. They might even be orbs, as are sometimes seen when taking a photograph, especially if you have a very fast shutter on your camera, whether it be the virtual shutter of a digital camera or even film. You might see them without a camera. They will all be benevolent, whatever you see. And they are all here to support the transformation of Earth from a place that has violence to a place that has peace, calm, beauty, comfort, friendliness, and love, yes. some of you will find that actually unsettling. Not that you wouldn't like to live in a peaceful world, but you've come to believe many old things that have been said to comfort you, whether they are philosophies or even things said in religions, which are meant to do the same thing: comfort the people, keep them calm, let them know that God loves you, which of course is true. So, this is good news, because this phenomena you will see has to do with the welcoming of Earth into a broader community. There are people on the planet who know this welcoming is taking place. You'll notice I didn't say that this welcoming is going to take place. It's already begun. But I feel it's important for you to know, because as you see this phenomena, and sometimes you'll see auric fields around people you know, or just energies that feel wonderful and look dazzling, sometimes with rainbows of colors. Know that it's not a sign of something terrible. It's a sign of something wonderful. And this will be happening much more so this year than ever before in the past. It has begun recently, very recently, and it is going to continue to grow. The initial plan for this was to wait until you begin to demonstrate signs that you would welcome it. But it is believed by the angelics and others, certainly Creator, that it is not all right to wait anymore. It must happen now. So those of you in militaries and defense circles know that this is nothing to be afraid of. It's not something promoted by some enemy trying to put you off the mark on your military judgments. It is just something that is of Creator, and it is a gift. So be calmed with it. It will be all right. Good life.